Hello, my fantastic friends and coin collectors. It's me, Master Temple. Everybody doing good? Happy days. Great. Little thing to talk to you about today, if you can guess. It's a little bit about decimalisation, new pennies, old pennies and all that lot. And the reason why is because I found a few things. I was clearing out my little box the other day and I found this. And this is Britain's first decimal coins. Now, any car boot fair, any antique store's got these in abundance. And the Britain's first decimal coins. From the old halfpenny, I call it the old halfpenny, the modern halfpenny, the penny that we see today, the 2 penny that we see today, and some of the older 5p's and 10p's. But we'll get onto that in a bit, because the exciting thing I want to show you is this, the Xbox of its time. This is a card game called Snip Snap. If you played Snap card game, this is what it is. And this was introduced in the late 60s. I think the date somewhere on here picks it up. It is 1968. So just before decimalisation. And this game was introduced to ease the transaction of the coinage, as out with the old and in with the new. And that game helped us. And we'll have a game in a bit. But the range of coins in pre-decimalisation times is staggering. We've got the farthing. I've got two here to show you. This is my favourite. It's got Britannia on. And then we've got the one with the little dicky bird on. And the farthing. And these have been around since 17th century. Right up until 1960. And they stopped in the 50s, mid-50s, because of inflation. You couldn't really buy out with them. And then we've got the halfpenny. Again, from 17th centuries. Now this is another one I like because it's got Britannia on. And then this one has got the golden hind on. And this was stopped as well before decimalisation because its scrap value was worth more than the coin itself. Then you've got the historic 1p, got a couple there. The 1 penny, they've been around for a bit. For about 100 or so years, I think this form of 1 penny was about. And even though they got stopped in decimalisation, they're still in use for setting the weight of the bell in the Elizabethan Tower, Big Ben, something like that. It's used as a weight anyway. So they still use pennies like this in the Palace of Westminster. So I've been told. I've not been. Then you've got your threepenny bits, your 3 pences. These are 3 pences in one form or another have been around since 16th century. And the brass ones, I think, from 1944, though I could be wrong on that one. And if you were lucky, you would find one of these, or the silver version of that, or the silver version of this in your Christmas cake. And this one's the 6pence. Yeah, and these continue to be legal tender up until 1980, after decimalisation. Right, then we've got the shilling. And we've got 2 different emblems there. We've got the English 3 lions and the Scottish rampant lion. And they've been around since the 15th century in one form or another. And they're the same size as the old modern 5p. It's going to get confusing. I'm confused already. It don't take long to confuse me, I tell you though. So now we've got Floggings, which says 2 shillings on it. And these have been around in one form or another since 1848, 1849, I think. And in the 20s, the silver content was reduced to 50%, I think. Right up until 47, though I could be wrong on that, which I usually am. Same with the IF crowns. These are the IF crowns, got a couple there. And these are 2 shillings and 6pence, so 2 shillings and a 6pence is a half crown. Where did that go? There. There you go there. It's going to get mad. It's going to get mad. So 2 shillings. 2 shillings, which is a flogging, and a 6pence is a half a crown. That's right, isn't it? I think. Right, so then we've got crowns, which is 5 shillings. Now, I don't have many crowns, apart from the old, modern, these things that got given to everybody in the country during the Queen's Jubilee. And I've got a couple of the other ones, you know, the Charlie and Diana marriage crown and a few others. Right, so that's that massive range. And then you've got the notes as well. The only note I have is this 10 shilling note, which went on to become a 50p. Good, innit? So that's the old currency. This is what we got in the late 60s and early 70s. So let's go back to the little blue book and I'll just show you the coins. So you've got the half penny up the top, 1 penny, 2 penny, new pence, another new 10 pence, new 5 pence, 10 pence. I think they were saying the pence over penny, the old penny, where it says pence, to stop confusion. I don't know how that works out. It still says penny on there, actually. So yeah, these came out in 1968, prior to decimalisation. These two did. These copper coins came out on decimalisation day. So there you have it. Right, so let's read the little bit of book. This might help you out a little bit more. Are you sitting comfortably, kids? Britain's new decimal coinage breaks away from a system of counting coins dating back to Anglo-Saxon times. There are 3 bronze coins, which are the halfpenny, 1 penny, and the 2 new penny, and 2 copper nickel coins, the 5p and the new 10p. The odd verse by Mr. Arnold Macon OBERA shows the Queen wearing a diamond tiara, a wedding present from Queen Mary. This portrait is also used by Australia, Canada and New Zealand. Let's have a quick look at that. There you go. Bobby Dazzler. The reverse designs are by Mr. Christopher Ironside. The heraldic descriptions are: on the halfpenny we have the royal crown. On the 1 penny we have the portcullis with chains and royally crowned, and originally a badge used by Henry VII. That was a long time back, wasn't it? And it's closely associated with the Palace of Westminster. On the 2p we find the Prince of Wales ostrich feathers with a coronet, cross pâté and fleur-de-lis with the motto Hic Dien. On the 5p we have a badge of Scotland and a thistle royally crowned. And on the 10 pence we have a crest of England, a lion, which is the Guardian, and it's royally crowned as well. There we go. So again, I've just butchered some foreign words in that lot, but you do forgive me, please. So yeah, and then it's gone on about decimal day itself. So on this day, D-Day, which is Monday the 15th of February 1971, the United Kingdom will officially change to decimal currency. The pound sterling will be divided into 100 new pennies. There will be a new halfpenny. The 3 bronze coins will not become legal tender until D-Day, but other coinage changes will be made gradually from 1968 onwards. The 5p and 10p have the same size and weight and metal contents as the shillings and floggings, and are interchangeable with them. They will come into circulation from 1968. The 6 decimal coin, the 50p, it will replace the 10 shilling note well before D-Day. The halfpenny will cease to be legal tender on the 1st of August 1968. The half crown on the 1st of January 1970, and the penny, 3-penny bit, and the 6pence after the changeover period. The 6pence went on to become right up until the 80s, wasn't it? Where were I? Up until the changeover period will last for several months after D-Day. Where am I? Well, let's see. Except on cheques, both currencies will be used, and £1p will gradually. Oh, that's it. Pounds and pence will gradually replace pounds, shillings, and pence in shops, offices, and cash machines. Office machines and slot machines are converted to be replaced. Inquiries, please. Blah 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 blah. Right. So that's that. Right, so let's have a look at these cards then on Snip Snap, TikTok. And again, this were only a couple of quid. I thought it was quite neat. Any number of persons may play this game. One player deals the cards in rotation until the pack is exhausted, giving a conversion table to each player. Conversion table given to one player, given to each player. Each player keeps his or her cards without looking at them face down on the table in front of him or her. Then, as his or her turn comes around, he or her turns up the top card and places it before him, making another stack. If the top cards exposed in any 2 piles are 2 identical decimal currencies, e.g. 25 new pence, any player may call snip. 2 identical old currency cards, for example 10 shillings, any player may call snap. And if 2 cards expressing the same value but in different currencies, any player may call Snip Snap. If the call is correct, the caller picks up the 2 piles concerned and adds them to his own, face down to his hand. If the call is incorrect, the caller must give each player 1 card face down from his or her hand. The player who eventually holds all the cards is declared the winner. Riveting stuff there, folks. Riveting stuff. So let's have a quick scout at these cards. So you've got conversion tables with your rules on there. So look, so it's got, so it's 75 new pence. So you've got your 50p, 10p, 10p and 5p. An old halfpenny. Sorry, an old penny and a... Revert back to the table for that. 1 and 2. So that's half a pence, I think. 50p. So we carry on. I haven't shuffled these. I've just had a quick look through. So obviously 5 new pence, 2 new pence. So 2 and 4. I don't know what that is. Conversion table. Equals 1 penny, which would be somewhere in there. So this has got shillings, So 10 shillings, which is 5 floggings. Or, what is that? 5 floggings, oh, sorry, 10 shillings is 50p. That's right. That's right. That's right, yes, because 20 shillings is in a pound. So that would be 75 pence. I'm getting there now. Here we go, old banknote. Crazy stuff. Let's have a little cheeky game of this then. See if I can show you what I mean. So if we split the pile into 2 decks, and we call one, so we lift one up. So that's halfpenny, halfpenny. So I shout, snip. That's right, isn't it? And if we go 1 shilling and 1 shilling, that's snap. And then if we go 20 pence and 4 shillings, which is 2 floggings, we can go snip snap and we win everything. The hours must have flown by, folks. Anyhow, I don't know. It's just an interesting little thing. And, you know, D-Day, it went on for a long time. About 150 years, we were meant to be going into circulation, decimalisation. I think the French and the Americans went into it in the 1700s, late 1700s, and the Commonwealth in the mid-1900s went into decimalisation. And for about 150 years, the UK sort of shied away from it because of how much disruption it would cost and cause. But I think decimalisation is a lot simpler, even with a quality game like this and a nice little pack like that to get you through it. Anyhow, folks, I've rabbited on. I've probably bored you like the game, but I thought I'd get it out there. So until next time, do take care. I'll see you all later. Happy days.